Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Untitled Chapter, joining you guys for another edition of Play Action Takes here on the Guy Boston Sports YouTube channel. I am, of course, joined by my co-hosts, Spencer Mulkentine and John Hardell, who missed out on last week, but he is back. Guys, welcome back to the show. Week 14 NFL preview coming up on you. Real quick, apologies for my voice. If I lose it halfway through the show, I've been sick for over a week. If you watch any of my other videos on the channel, you know I sound like I just smoked a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Specifically Marlboro
Somebody
Reds.
give me my Newport fucking 100s. Fuck.
Smoking darts to the face.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we jump into this week's preview, we do have to recap last week. Once again, I am the winner 2 weeks in a row since we did the gambling show format. I have won. John finished second place this past week out of the gutter. Still a nice little second place finish for the boy. And Spencer, dead last. Thoughts?
Yep.
Comments?
I don't know.
Concerns.
I don't know how to explain myself. Just wasn't a good week.
You know what this means, though, right?
Yeah, you get a punishment. Suck my...
Yep, I have to pick a little punishment
I just
for you.
beat myself. What?
So I get to pick a little punishment for you.
Yeah, I get that.
Question, honestly, I haven't really thought about it too much, so I don't really know what I'm going to do yet.
You still haven't delivered me a Eagles jersey, so...
I know, we got to do that, too. I'm going to give you a little bit of time.
Sitting in baby cribs on the weekend to deliver me an Eagles jersey. Getting pictures of you in a crib.
Dude, you were way too big to be in a crib.
All 6'5" of you.
That did happen. I did sit in a baby's, not a crib, it's a pack and play, whatever you want to call those things.
Crib, Tasso.
It's a crib. All right, guys. So I'll think of a punishment as the show goes along. We'll think of something here. But let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into it. First quarter. If you guys don't remember, we changed the whole format of the show. 5 quarters, 5 games. We always do Thursday night and Sunday night, and then there's 3 random games selected. We each have a unit to bet on each game, except for overtime, the 5th quarter, when it's 2 units per person. All right, guys. First quarter here, Thursday night football. We got Patriots at Steelers, an absolute shit show of a matchup. Bailey Zappi versus Mitch Trubisky. Because I'm about to lose my voice, I'll kick it to somebody else to start. Spence, why don't you, as the loser of last week, why don't you kick us off this week?
I'm going to continue with the Bill Belichick, I'm the best defensive coach in the world train. I'm taking Steelers under 18.5 total points. I think even how shit this Patriots team is, I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick is still trying to prove something. He still needs a job next year. He's definitely not going to be with the Pats, I don't think. So he's just proven that, hey, I'm still the best defensive mind in the game. Mitch Trubisky probably can't throw a football no more. They just got beat up by the Cardinals. I don't even know who their offensive coordinator is right now. So 18.5 under. I don't think the Patriots have given up 6 points in the past 3 weeks. So I'm going to go under 18.5 Steelers team total. Lock it in, Tasso. Give it to me.
Not bad. The Patriots, funny stat, they have allowed the fewest points in the NFL over the last month. They have given up 42 points over the last 4 games. The next closest team gave up 64 points. Guess what their record is in those 4 games? They gave up 46 points or 42 points, whatever it was. 0-4. So
I read a stat.
Best defense in the NFL over the past month, and they have not won a single game.
I read a stat that the last team to do that, and not win a game in that span, was like in 1923, and it was the Cardinals, or some team.
1938 was the year. Yeah, we are currently offense-wise.
Tassos was kicking during that time, not us, but Tassos was the rap. Not me.
I feel like it sometimes. I feel like it. The Patriots, scoring-wise, are a worse offense than the 0-16 Browns.
That's
that
crazy.
team averaged 14 points per game that year. We are averaging 12. The New England Patriots are. So it's a pretty grim season. Worst offense, honestly, of the last maybe the last decade. I don't remember an offense being as bad as New England. Like, there have been some bad offenses, but
let me tell you something, Tassos. The Patriots team total is at 12.5. 12.5. I didn't want to take it because, God forbid, they put up 14 points and they win this game, Tassos, and your draft capital goes a little down. You get the 4th pick. God forbid. Don't let that happen, Tassos. Don't let them score 2 touchdowns. I don't know. I think 12.5 is a little low. 30.5 is a little scary. I just don't think the Patriots defense can give up more than 18 points.
And it's also Mitch Trubisky starting, so it's not like it's like the Steelers don't even have and their offense is not good to begin with. It's down there with New England in terms of scoring, and they don't even have their quarterback. It's their backup quarterback on a bad offense against the Patriots defense that's pretty good. That honestly, that under 30.5, the Patriots have covered it, I think, in each of the last 3 games. So like it is interesting.
No, it's very coverable.
But it's just so low that it's like, can I take that comfortably? 30.5 points, or 30 actually. On DraftKings it's over under 30. It is going to drop. It might be 29.5 come a couple of days. John,
I'm sorry.
What are you going with here?
I'm sorry, my fucking brother's standing in the doorway, going, "Spence is so hot." He's just fucking standing there.
God, Spencer, you're so handsome.
Oh, he's going, oh my. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Oh god. I'm gonna go with the total over under with the under of 30. Dude, there is no way. Both teams led by Bailey Zappi and Mitch Trubisky put up more than 10 apiece. It's just scientifically not possible. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't calculate.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Mathematic?
It's like adding fucking 2 and 2 and getting 5 because it doesn't add up.
It's like Tasso's going to the bar and pulling a girl younger than 35. Just doesn't compute, man.
Stop. I mean, I have no comment on it. I have no defense against it, but stop.
35 is kind of low. I take the over on that any day of the week.
35 is the sweet spot. That's like that's around that age. That's just
36 too much.
Age like fine wine.
Where's the line? Where do you draw the line?
I'm gonna take a page out of Spencer's book here from last week. It didn't work out for him last week. I'm gonna put in a teaser here, 6-point teaser here. So give me the Steelers pick. It's just a pick 'em, so they just have to win the game, and the under 36. So we're making it a little easier for us.
You're gonna be so disappointed.
Now that 36 line I think is a lot easier to hit. Than if I had just taken it straight up. Because I do think that line, everyone's going to be betting it because the Patriots have been so bad. And this, again, that under of 30 is hit in each of their last, 3 games. Everybody's going to be on it. It's Thursday night. The primetime unders they've been hitting. The Patriots are the worst offense of the last decade, maybe even the last 20 years.
Probably.
People are going to be all over this. And I do think I could see this game somehow, some way, just covering. Just 31 total points. Just covering, I think 36 is safe. If this game goes over 36, I mean, alert the presses because that would be a shocking revelation. Both these teams suck offensively, and both are good defenses. Everything is lining up for a shit game with no points to be scored. So yeah, I'll take the teaser though to make it a little safer because I do think the Steelers win this game as well. So, yep, Steelers under teaser. I think it's as good of a lock as you could possibly get. Any last thoughts on this game? Patriots right now officially holding the second overall pick. Very good. Carolina looked interim coach. They had some fight against Tampa Bay. They almost won.
I thought they were going to win that game.
There's a chance New England has Caleb Williams. Very, very real chance. At the very least, Drake May.
Yeah.
We're getting a new quarterback.
100%.
We're getting a new quarterback up here in New England. Yeah.
Yep.
I think you guys should just wait to the
top 3 pick.
Wait to the 7th round, take somebody, and hopefully you just got to recreate history. That's just all it is. History repeats itself, Tassos.
I saw one mock draft that I actually kind of like, and it's where the Pats take Marvin Harrison at 2, and then they trade up to 15, and they get Jaden Daniels from LSU.
Yeah, I saw that same mock draft.
I mean, it would take a lot to
trade that mock draft, Tassos, just for you, just to tickle your balls a little bit. I wrote that mock draft. Posted it on CBS.
I literally was like, you know what? That sounds pretty damn good. I would take that. That sounds pretty nice. A little spicy. I like it.
I just unless they get new management in the facility, I can't see them trading up for a draft pick.
No, I can't.
So,
I mean, I also can't see them keeping that pick if they keep Belichick. He'll definitely trade out of 2.
Oh,
he will 100%. He will 100% trade down for more picks. I don't think Belichick will be here though. That's not a hot take. I don't think he'll be around.
That's not a hot take at all.
I think it's pretty much common knowledge he'll be gone. Like, did you see? I know it was raining and stuff, but did you see Gillette Stadium during that game against the Chargers? It was a ghost town. Like nobody was there. So I just don't. I don't envision Robert Kraft being happy with any of this, and I don't envision him letting it, just sit. Like he's going to make some major changes. I wouldn't mind with the way the defense is playing. Make Gerard Mayo the head coach, bring in a new GM.
Hey.
I wouldn't hate it. All right, second quarter here, guys. Cowboys, Eagles, Sunday Night Football. Really huge game thanks to we all kind of called it last week, or at least Spencer and I called it on the Niners winning and, the script for the NFL and keeping the NFC race tight. This game, massive implications for the playoffs, for seeding, all that stuff. John, why don't you start us off here? What's your pick here for Eagles, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football?
Ooh, man. Eagles, Cowboys. Actually, I got it written down here. Let me see.
Look at that. John, coming prepared. I like it.
By written down, I mean typed on a freaking phone.
All right, well, either way, at least you came prepared.
I got the Eagles straight up money line on this one.
Eagles money line. So I got that at plus 150 on DraftKings. Pretty good odds for the Eagles. Kind of crazy they're that low, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And I'm not. I mean, Dallas has been on a heater lately, but I'm not sold. I don't believe yet because they do this every few years. They just rinse the regular season, and the big games that matter, they just fall flat. So,
I mean, they've done it this year already, right? The Niners game was a perfect version of that. Like they started off real hot, they were killing teams, and they play the Niners, and they got absolutely brutally murdered. And then they did it again twice this year, really, because then they played the Eagles. At least the Eagles wasn't like they got absolutely rinsed, but they still the same thing. Like they lost to the Niners and they bounced back, won a couple of big games. Then they played the Eagles and lost. Like this is what they do. They go on a streak where they beat up on teams that they should beat up on, and then they play a team that's on their level or a little bit better, and they fall flat. So I agree with you. The trend's there, so I don't hate the pick. And plus 150. Good odds here, right? When we're trying to win a unit game, pretty good odds. Spence, I'll kick it to you. Who you going with here?
Taking the Cowboys minus 2.5 in Jerry World and Chassos. You knew it was coming. You wanted it. You knew it was coming. I have to. He injects that place with great oxygen. I don't know what's in the air there, but God damn it, this Dak Prescott show up in Jerry World. If it was in Philly, I would 100% be taking Philly right now, but I just think, you know what? I think my man Raj is writing a great script this year. He really wants this NFC to come down to the wire. He's a storyteller.
Raj.
Yeah, he's a storyteller. Let me tell you.
My
boy Raj.
He's writing a novel over there.
Sit at what? What does that put them all at? 10-3, and they're all just holding hands, all knotted up at the top.
Yep.
Raj gets a huge pay bump from All TV. What is that called? The people that broadcast the games. I don't know. He gets a huge pay bump. I don't know why.
Networks.
I bet you he does. Yeah. It's just the way he's a storyteller. He is. Cowboys minus 2.5 Tassos.
I'm just picturing
no reason for it.
I'm picturing Roger Goodell around a fireplace, sipping hot chocolate, reading a book, reading a story.
Right. He does. It's basically like him sitting all the NFL owners around a fireplace, and he reads a book, like The Little Engine That Could. And on the 14th week of football, the Cowboys beat the Eagles. That's what he does.
He's got Robert Kraft on his lap.
Oh, he loves it.
I really want to go with John here and take the Eagles because this is a spot where the Cowboys typically, they fall flat. But you know what? I'm gonna tail with Spencer.
Ooh.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them boys?
I'm going Cowboys minus 2.5 here. In Jerry World, like you said, and I bet against the Cowboys last week. I had Seahawks plus 9. It hit, but what did I tell you last week? The Seahawks are going to cover. The Cowboys are going to win. I just feel like it would create so much chaos in the NFC if the Cowboys win this game. It's just going to make them all – it's a three-way race for that first seed, And the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season will be so exciting. Also, I just think the Dallas Cowboys right now are on a better trend. The Eagles, we talked about it, right? They were playing sloppy. They had been playing sloppy for weeks and getting away with it. We kept saying they can't keep getting away with this. Cue the Breaking Bad. They can't be getting away with this. And finally, they played a team like the Niners, who put them in their place, smacked them up a little bit. And I don't think the Eagles have had a bye week yet. Pretty sure their bye week is after this game, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
No, it is.
I think they're limping to the bye week a little bit. They just signed Shaq Leonard today. I think that they got a little bit banged up in that game versus the Niners. I think Sirianni, a little baby. I think he kind of got checked a little bit in the Niners game.
Is he Jalen Carter in the third quarter? Little way baby.
I'll never hold on. I will never. I will never take a shot at that man. That man is a beast. I will never take a shot at Jalen Carter.
But you don't cry in the third quarter of a football game of the regular season.
No.
Week 13.
Do you hear what he said to the fans?
No, what?
He goes. He put on Twitter. He goes. I'd rather cry about losing a football game than cry about being broke. Get your life together.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I like Jalen Carter. I'm not gonna lie. He's one of my favorite young players in the league. I'm a big fan of his. I just think Dallas wins this game. I think that the Eagles have some issues to figure out on defense right now. And the last time these two teams played, it was close. Like Dallas had chances to win there. I think Dallas capitalized this time around. I think the Cowboys learned from their mistakes the last time they played. And I think this time I think they split. I don't see this Eagles team. I don't know if it's the Eagles team or more the Cowboys team. I just can't see the Eagles winning both matches. I think this is a series that's destined to split this year. And the Eagles already won the first game at home. I think Dallas takes this one at home. I could be horribly wrong. And listen, the Cowboys constantly, this is where they fail. But I'm going to take Cowboys minus 2.5. I just can't confidently bet against the Cowboys right now in this spot. I sound like a bitch with this voice right now.
But I got to talk about the bylaws of the script, Tassos.
Go ahead.
If Dak Prescott wins this game, all of a sudden this race for MVP heats up a little bit more. Is Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts, and Dak Prescott probably the three leading guys? Then the cute little Hawaiian kid in Miami, but we won't talk about that guy. But right? Doesn't the MVP race all of a sudden the doors blow open? Everybody's like, oh, it's Brock Purdy kind of thing right now because that.
What sucks, honestly, true, and I saw this on Twitter today. Honestly, none of those three should be MVP. It should be Tyreek Hill. He's gonna break Calvin Johnson's records. He's gonna go. He
might do it. He might do it in less games too.
Yeah, he's arguably having the greatest season by a wide receiver ever in the NFL, and he's not even in consideration. Brock Purdy, and he's having an impressive season, and so isn't Tua, and so isn't Dak. But let's be honest, they're all having good seasons, not great seasons. An MVP season is a great season. They're all doing solid. They're putting up good numbers. But Tyreek Hill is putting up historic numbers, and the fact that Brock Purdy is the favorite this morning, Tyreek Hill has not had a bad game this season. Brock Purdy had a 3-week stretch where we were questioning if he should be a starting quarterback. That's not an MVP to me. Dak the same. Dak's had a solid year, but he's had some weeks where it's dude, what are you doing? I think Tyreek Hill should be the MVP, but that's just me. But I do think I agree with you. If they win this game, Dak 100% is now neck and neck with Brock Purdy. 100%.
Right. In the odds, at least. That's what I'm talking about.
In the odds, yeah.
I don't give a shit what you feel in your heart, who you want to be the MVP. It's just what the world sees. It's what the people that give the trophies out. I don't even think the people that choose the MVP watch football. I think they just at the end of the year they just look at the quarterbacks. They get a long list of quarterbacks. Oh, let's look at the win column. Who has the most wins? Okay, we can pick from these three guys. Who has the most yards? Okay, now we can pick from these two guys. Who has the most touchdowns? Oh, it's this guy. I feel like that's what they do every year.
Honestly, you're probably not wrong.
It's probably the same with the Ballon. It's the same thing with the Ballon d'Or. I don't think 90% of those guys even watch soccer. The guys from the guys from Cote d'Ivoire vote for 5 people that play for the Cote d'Ivoire. They don't even watch soccer. I think it's the same thing with the football. I think there's people on that panel that has no clue.
Yeah, so, who won the Champions League? Where's Messi playing right now?
Right.
It's oh,
Does Messi still have 2 feet? Is Messi still walking? Is Messi still signed to a contract? Okay, it's Messi.
Not talk soccer because Johnny's gonna fall asleep on us. But Messi winning the Ballon d'Or when he spent most of his year in the MLS,
right?
Shouldn't be allowed. It's the MLS. Anyways, doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
These award makers are just horrific. Honestly, even is there a sport where the award voters are actually good?
No.
Because I was gonna say NBA, but it's like, dude, they picked Joel Embiid to win MVP, and like
I think
you got
MLB is
Jokic
okay.
who had a historic season.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad. Same thing with like the Baseball Hall of Fame voters.
Baseball's
They're the
worst.
worst.
Baseball, I think, is the worst
Is
of
it
any
worse?
sport. I think they're horrible.
Maybe
Like,
table
there's so
tennis.
many guys that aren't
We gotta
Hall
check
of
out the
Famer.
table tennis voters. We'll check out the table tennis voters, and we'll get back to you. They
Yeah,
might
yeah,
be
yeah.
good.
Sports.
Shuffleboard
They might be good.
might be handing out the right MVP awards. We don't know. All right, guys, moving along here. Next game. These are the 3 random games that the generator created for us. So first one, third quarter, we've got LA Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. I am going to kick it off with Spencer because, again, my throat is killing me, so I need a little bit of a break in between. So, Spencer, you lead us off here. Who do you got here, Rams, Ravens?
I like the over 42.5 Tassos. It's a 1:00 game. The Rams, the offense looks pretty damn good right now. Back-to-back weeks, they put up over 35 points. You know, that defense is still shaky. It's got some spots. Besides that front, they're just really not good in the secondary. I think Lamar Jackson is going to be fine. I think 42.5 for this game is a little low. It should be like, yeah. So I'm going to go over 42.5. The Rams offense got all their pieces back. Kyron Williams looks really good. Cooper Kupp finally found the end zone last week. Over 42.5 Tassos. That's what I'm going to go with.
I like it. The Ravens defense, I think, has finally gotten a little exposed. That like, they're still a good defense, but I don't think this is like a great defense that people are talking
They
about.
are very physical, if that's to put in terms.
Yeah, they're good. They're solid. I don't know. I don't really see them as a like people were talking about them as like an elite defense, like an all-time defense, and it's like they're good. I don't think they're elite. I don't think they're all-time, like, you know, comparing them like the 2000 Ravens. Like, that's crazy. Go watch the 2000 Ravens. Come back and tell me if you think they're similar, because they're not. They're not even on the same planet.
They are. They're both on planet Earth, but that's fine.
Huh?
I said they're both on planet Earth, but that's fine.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, they're not on the same. They're not on the same level. You know what I meant, asshole.
I do.
All right, John, you're up here. What do you got here for your pick here, Rams Ravens?
I'm gonna take a Kyron Williams anytime touchdown.
Okay.
I like it. That dude comes back off of IR and just beats the piss out of the opposing defense. It was Arizona didn't even. That defense had no interest in stopping him. Like, he looked like a man possessed.
They played the Browns.
What would I say?
You said Cardinals?
Oh, I'm thinking 2 weeks ago. But yeah.
Yeah.
He still did beat the piss out of the
He did.
Browns defense last week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
you know what, Tassos? That has had to be the worst beat of all time, because I took Kyron Williams in like the 13th round last year in our draft, thinking, "Oh, this guy's it. This guy's it." He like didn't play the whole season, and then this year he goes off. I was just 1 year too early. Sometimes, you know, you're just a little too early for some.
You know what it is, Spencer? It's because you talk so much shit on Notre Dame that you're not allowed to have success with their guys. Like, you can't be a Notre Dame hater and then draft Notre Dame guys and expect to get production out of them. They're like, you know what? Fuck you. I ain't doing shit for you. Cut me. And then I'm going to go to another team, and I'm going to go ahead and perform on their fantasy.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because Jimbo's probably an even bigger Notre Dame hater, and he drafted Kyron Williams this year, and he's going off for him. So
Yeah, he beat the hell out of me last week.
Listen, I don't know how it worked. I'm just saying, you're a notorious Notre Dame hater, and you don't deserve to
I'm
have
not a fan.
success with Notre Dame guys.
I'm not a fan of frauds, Tassos. Not a fan, as I wear Dolphins.
That means you
Well,
don't
they
like
wear
those-
Dolphins.
You're a Dolphins fan, which is kind of
Right.
ironic.
Hey,
So, little ironic. Not
Does that mean
saying
you don't
the
like
Dolphins
Michael
are
Mayer?
frauds, but like they might be frauds. We don't know. We'll find out soon. Coming up, a couple weeks. You have a little
Next
bit of a
time
nice
on.
stretch to finish the year.
that's how we can end every NFL game is next time on the NFL, and then they just give you a sneak preview of the next week because it's already written.
Yeah, listen. That 3-week stretch for you guys is going to be. I can't wait to watch it. Like, it's going to be very interesting. All right, I'll finish up here. I will take the. I just don't.
like it.
People are going to call me biased. I just know it. I see it. I'm going Ravens.
This dude
Rams. Rams plus 7.5.
Dude, I've never seen anyone hate a city more than Tassos hates Baltimore.
I just don't like this Ravens team. I'm just not like.
No,
they're
you
a good
like the
football
Ravens.
team. They're a good football team, but they're not. I'm telling you, I am like that guy on the side, the homeless guy on the street who's like, the salvation's coming. The end of the world is coming. Like, that's me with the Ravens. Like, I'm telling you, I'm screaming it from every mountaintop. This team is not that good. They're going to fall flat on their face in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is a good, not great quarterback. I have been saying it for years, and everyone thinks I'm a hater and all this stuff. I don't have beef with Lamar Jackson. I was a fan of him at Louisville. I liked him. I wanted the Patriots to draft him. 32 overall that year. I wanted him. But the truth is that he's not that great of a quarterback. He's a great runner. He's a great athlete. But as a thrower of the football, he's massively overrated. This offense is not very good. This defense is good, not great. This team is a great regular season team. They are going to choke in the playoffs. I don't trust them. The Rams right now, they look the healthiest they've been in a while. Matt Stafford's slinging that thing again. And even if he's not, they've got Carson Wentz waiting in the wings. And defensively, they're just good enough. They're not a great defense, but Aaron Donald on that defensive line, they're just good enough to put pressure on Lamar. Give me the Rams plus 7.5. I don't think the Rams are going to win this game. They're going to keep it close. Rams plus 7.5. Might even be lock worthy. Like, that's how much I like the pick.
This dude's voice is screaming for help.
It's bad. I've lost. This is for people who are asking where are my basketball videos this week, why I haven't been posting. This is why, because the voice just, and this is me starting to get better. This is like me on like the turn to getting healthier. Rams plus 7.5.
Dude just spent his entire remaining voice on a Ravens rant.
I just don't know why where did the strays come from the playoffs, man? We're in week 14. You're like, they're going to collapse in the playoffs. They're going to collapse in the playoffs. Like, what is the stray
because
for?
I'm just sick and tired of everybody like in their power rankings. Oh, Baltimore's top 5 and they're a legit contender and all this stuff. And it's like, they're not even a legit contender. They're not.
They're not.
They're not. They're not.
You sound like fucking Doc Rivers right now.
I know. You know what? I feel bad for Doc. Like, that's another, I know it has nothing to do with this video.
It's not Blake's fault. It's not Blake's fault.
The fact that Doc Rivers is like in TV now and like he's a play-by-play commentator is one of the funniest things. Like, that guy's voice as a play-by-play commentator, never would have seen it coming. It's not very good, but like it's just hilarious. Like, every time I hear him on a broadcast, it's like, who put Doc Rivers on here?
Who allowed this? I don't mind the toss. I don't mind it. I couldn't take it just because it's in Baltimore.
I know.
So that's the only reason I couldn't take it, and I'd rather just take the points.
I get it. It's just plus 7.5. It's a lot of points, and it's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. I think this Rams team is very healthy right now. They probably won't be healthy next week.
Ravens don't win a lot. Like, they don't win sexy all the time. Like, they win some ugly games.
So, I don't know if this Rams team will be healthy next week, Tassos, but it's healthy right now.
Right now, it's fingers crossed they are healthy. All right, guys, fourth quarter here. AFC West showdown, Broncos at Chargers. Johnny, you lead us off here. What do you got here, Broncos Chargers? Look, this is your backyard, right in your backyard here. Your AFC West rivalry.
I got the Broncos money line this one, and it's really easy. The Broncos have been on a tear, an absolute tear. And then the Chargers just put up 6 points against one of the worst teams in football. So, I mean, granted, the defense is good. I get their defense is good. But, like, 6 points, all I've been hearing is, like, how, like, freaking Herbert is, like, the second coming of, like, Brady. Oh, he's so good. No. He's good. He's good, but he's not that. He's I mean, I don't know what got into the Broncos, if it's Sean Payton or the players just buying in, but this Broncos team has been scary.
I feel bad. I'm sorry, John. I coughed during your pick. Did you say Broncos money line?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. But I just for the people listening, I'm apologies that I coughed. I couldn't hold it in during his discussion there. I agree, 100%. This Bronco. I think it's Sean Payton. I think it's him. I think it's his coaching job finally like taking hold. Like it's kind of crazy that like they had a rough. I mean, they were horrible that first 4 or 5 weeks. It was really bad. But like, you know, give the guy some time to get things going. And even like that, they lost to the Texans this week. They had a chance. They had the ball within the 10-yard line with like less than a minute to go. Like they had a chance to beat the Texans. They had many chances to beat the Texans. But Russell Wilson had a bad game. I think Russell Wilson still holds this team back, but Sean Payton has them looking good, and this Chargers team stinks. So I like the pick. Spencer, what do you got here?
I'm just avoiding any type of game line ever for this game because I don't know. This Broncos team, you just don't know. I feel like they are hot, but like, again, like I said last week when the Texans were going to take it to them, I know they only beat them by 4, right? They beat them by 4 last week.
Yeah, 5.
Something like that. 5? Okay. This Broncos secondary still scares me. It's not that good. Outside of PS2, it's just not that good. So I went with Keenan Allen anytime touchdown scorer. I feel like Justin Herbert targets that man more than anything. He's outside of oh my God, it's a bug in my face.
Word.
Outside of Keenan Allen, they don't really have any like receiving threats. Justin Herbert is going to be really, really, horny to throw the football this week after he just played a torrential downpour. So I feel like he's going to be slinging that thing.
He's going to be really.
Their run offense is god awful. We saw that against the Patriots. All of a sudden they had to run the ball, and they're like, we don't know how to run between the tackles. So they're just going to be like, you know what? If we're going to lose football games, we're going to lose a football game throwing. So I feel like Keenan Allen, anytime touchdowns. What?
I don't know
what's the word?
Expecting.
Oh, horny.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
Yeah, when you were like, "Oh, what's the word?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, horny." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's not what I would have went with that." But sure.
I thought he was gonna. I don't know where
Horny.
I thought you were going, but that was as far.
But you don't think so? Like, we just watched them try to run the football for 4 quarters and they couldn't do it.
This is the worst running team in the NFL. They're the worst rushing team in football.
Right, so I'm thinking if they have to win or lose a football game, Brendan Staley and whatever the fucking offensive coordinator's name is. Kellen Moore, that bozo. He's like 25. He's just going to keep throwing the football. So Keenan Allen, anytime touchdown scorer. He didn't score last week. He's got 7 on the season, so trends say he's got to score this week, right?
I guess so. I don't know. This is anything with the Chargers, any kind of props, I just don't trust because this offense is just this whole team is just hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
I don't know. I'm gonna tail Johnny here. I think Johnny made a good pick, and I'm gonna credit him by tailing him. I'm gonna go Broncos money line here, plus 124. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. It's good value. I just don't. The Chargers beat the Patriots because of how bad the Patriots are. Like nothing about that Pats game was like, oh wow, the Chargers. Hey, there's something here. Like their offense was terrible, and defensively, you don't have to do much to beat the Patriots. So like, There's nothing about their defense that I saw that was like, oh wow, Chargers defense. They turned it up a notch. Like the Patriots can't score. You could put a peewee football defense out there, and they maybe score a touchdown, maybe. So I'm not buying this Chargers team. They're really not good at all. John, I'm laughing with too because honestly, the thought of the Patriots trying to score a touchdown on a peewee defense.
I just picture Ramondre Stevenson running over an 8-year-old.
Ramondre just trucking a 9-year-old, just boom. Yeah, I don't know. I think Denver, like, they could have if they had lost that game really badly to Houston. I would be like, oh man, hey, that winning streak was a fluke. I think because of how close they kept it with Houston and the fact that they had a chance to win that game with like 30 seconds left. It honestly impressed me a little bit more, I think. No, seeing them like keep close with them, and even though Russell Wilson threw 3 picks and had a bad game, the fact that they kept it that close and had a chance to win in the end, that's kind of the sign of a good team, right? Even if they're losing, the fact that you're like you can hang like that, it means that you're not great, but you're good enough to hang. And I do think this Chargers team is not good at all. So I think Broncos win.
Death, taxes, and Brendan Staley keeping his job. So whatever has to happen.
That was kind of him keeping his job for another week. It felt like that was the coveted like Brandon Staley saving himself for another week. They'll probably lose this game and they'll be 5-8, and then it's like, oh no, Staley might be out the door, and then whoever they play the next week they'll win. But
That guy.
I don't know who do they even play the next week.
Who cares?
They play the Raiders. Oh,
Oh yeah, he'll
course.
definitely keep his job.
yep. There's the Brandon Staley saving job.
That'll get your job for another week.
Yep. All right, guys. Overtime, last period. Remember, this is the this quarter. All of us have 2 units to use here in the overtime period, and our game here is Bucs Falcons, a little AFC South divisional showdown. Spencer,
Tassos, go ahead. No, Tassos, you first.
listen, I need a second to get my voice back here because it's starting to really go away.
Your stamina, dude, not good.
Listen, my stamina is usually on good form. Like I usually have amazing stamina in multiple areas. Bow chicka wow wow.
You got to spend some VC, get that up.
Oh
No.
man, I did not need to know that.
Spencer, go ahead.
Tassos, I don't. Just like the last game, I didn't know where to go with this game, so I'm going to take total field goals.
What
Over.
the hell?
Whoa.
This dude is diabolical.
Let me explain myself. I got to explain myself.
All right.
These defenses are the second and third ranked in red zone efficiency, Tassos. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Therefore, they kicked 5 field goals and made 5 field goals in their last matchup. So therefore, I'm going to go with the over in field goals made in this game.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Listen,
think I've ever heard that before. on
that's a bet. Bet.
Watch it be like a line at 2.5, and they kick another 5 field goals, and it was just the biggest lock of the century, Tassos.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I don't hate the pick. It's definitely unconventional. That's not what you typically see on a show. But that's what makes it stand out. We give you the picks that most people wouldn't. Total and field goals.
Hey.
You're just betting for kicks.
You just every time you see that field goal unit get out there, you just like
yeah.
Listen, I don't hate it. I really don't. That's the worst part. Like I actually think it's a pretty good bet. Johnny,
I'm gonna put 2 units on Bijan anytime touchdown.
ooh, okay,
Arthur Smith's actually been using him the way he should lately.
okay, all right. I don't.
That little
I don't-
mustache prick.
Wait, you're telling me he
hate
doesn't
that.
no longer uses them as a decoy?
Yeah, dude. Giving the ball to your best player might work sometimes. It's pretty. It's
The
interesting
Bucs
theory.
defensive line doesn't scare you at all.
It does, but I just think
They're not as good as they used to be, fair, but like they're still solid.
I think it's gonna be like they're gonna get down into the red zone and he's just gonna fall in like 1 yard.
You know what's going to happen, John?
Hmm.
Field goal unit! Field goal unit! That's what's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, they're going to punch it in right here. 4th and 1 on the 1? Nope. Trot that field goal unit out. Get that 3 points.
Your picks kind of go against each other because John needs touchdowns or a
I need
touchdown,
one.
I should say.
You need one
Spencer
touchdown.
uses all kicks.
All kicks.
All kicks.
Give me the kicker.
I think John,
Bijan
what
gets
helps
in.
you too here is the fact that like Bijan could do this through the air too because he's a receiving back as well as a running back. So like, I do think this is a pretty good pick for you. I'm not gonna lie. I like the spot.
I think he gets in.
I'm gonna do. It didn't work for me last week, but I'm gonna go with it again. I'm gonna do an interception parlay. Desmond Ridder last week screwed me because Tim Boyle did hit it last week, but Desmond Ridder, the 1 week I bet on it, decides, you know what? I'm gonna be clean. No turnovers, no interceptions.
You want those
I should
dirty
say.
boys?
Do you know what he did last week, though?
What?
How do you throw 12 for 27 and not throw it to the other team one time?
I know.
Insane.
Completions.
Insane to me.
Unless
12
I
for
didn't watch that
27.
game. That game was horrible, but so who knows?
So
Maybe
you
they
said-
dropped a couple interceptions. That is the only thing that makes sense to me. I am going to go with Desmond Ridder over half an interception, parlayed with Baker Mayfield over half an interception. We're going for a little. This is going to be a shitty game, so let's keep it up. Interceptions.
Let's go
Just
for some juice
interceptions
with
and
both
goals.
units.
Both units. I'm going all in on it.
Tassos, you know what I love about that?
What?
Is Baker Mayfield throwing a pick in his own territory, right on the 35-yard line. Desmond Ridder not moving the ball at all. Field goal unit.
Field goal. Yep.
Yep. Send him out. It's going to be all day. I'm predicting let's say a 20-12 game All field goals.
kicks. All field goals.
All kicks.
All kicks.
I honestly I could see them being like the announcement, like, this is an unprecedented event. Both teams have had the ball in the opponent's field position every single time, and yet neither team has scored a touchdown.
Those guys that raise the nets, they're gonna look yoked after the game. Let me tell you.
Yeah, they're gonna get a nice pump in, a real nice pump in. They're making.
Yeah.
They've been on their asses all year. This is where they make their money. Is right here, this game.
Raising the field goal flag.
As soon as they cross the 30, those guys are gonna be like, "Oh, mother of God, not again, man."
But yeah, all right, guys, that is it for us today. Good episode, guys. Apologies again for my voice. Hopefully by next Monday, I'll be healthy. But honestly, at this point, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever be healthy again.
You probably won't.
I feel that same way. These people don't even know my
It feels like it's never ending. It feels like I'm not getting better. I'll be honest. But solid show, John. John, so for people who don't know, John is a newer bettor.
That's for you, Tassos.
I appreciate that. John is new to the betting scene, and your picks impress me every week. Like every week, you're throwing stuff at me, and then I'm like, you know what? I thought you were just going to go ahead and do money lines and spreads, but you throw anytime touchdowns. You throw a lot of different things my way. And John, I just want to say I'm proud of you. Spencer.
Anastasios.
I think. Who do the Dolphins play this week?
Some shitter. The Titans. Monday night.
Shitter.
No. No, I have it. Hold on one second.
That dude who wants mayonnaise in his coffee. That guy.
Yeah, they get to play Will Levis. What a treat.
Sir, you are going to so the Dolphins Cowboys play on Christmas Eve in Miami.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to. You're not going to the game, right? You're gonna be home for that one.
I'm gonna be home.
Going to that one. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need you to rock out an old Cowboys attire during that game.
With Mikey Fitch.
With Mikey Fitch. I'm gonna need you to wear all Cowboys. I need you to wear the jersey, the hat, everything.
Okay. You can record it, and we'll put a little snippet in here. I still need an Eagles jersey. You just want me to wear NFC East gear, NFC Beast gear.
Yeah. All right, guys, that is it for me before I literally lose my voice. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, subscribe. Guys, Christmas is almost here. The Fade Me store, I'm wearing the shirt right now, in the link in the description below. Use promo code TASSOS, get 10% off. If you get your orders in before December 12th, you should get your stuff in before Christmas, so make sure to put your orders in before December 12th. Again, use promo code TASSOS, get 10% off, guys. Until next week, I'm Tassos Kilimos, co-host Spencer Mokaton, John Hardell. We hope you're all winners, except for Spencer and John. I hope they don't win. See you all next week.